Mark had always dreamed of living alone in a peaceful house away from the chaos of city life. After months of searching, he finally found a perfect, old cottage on the outskirts of town. The rent was surprisingly cheap, and the landlord, Mr. Collins, seemed eager to rent it out to him. Mark was intrigued but didn't think much of it. After all, everyone needs to make a living. The house was charming, with wooden floors that creaked under his footsteps and a fireplace that gave the living room a warm, cozy feeling. However, there was something off about the place. At night, the air would grow heavy, and Mark felt a sense of unease, as though unseen eyes were watching him. Strange whispers seemed to echo from the walls, but whenever he tried to locate the source, there was nothing there. On the second night, things took a more sinister turn. Mark woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of footsteps moving through the hallway. He assumed it was the old house settling, but as the sounds grew louder and closer, he realized they were footsteps that weren't his own. He checked the door to his room, but it was locked. With his heart racing, Mark opened the door, only to find the hallway empty. But the strange whispers were louder now, almost like a chant. They seemed to be coming from the attic. The next day, Mark decided to visit Mr. Collins to ask about the house's history. The landlord was uncharacteristically nervous and hesitated before speaking. "It's an old house," he said. "The previous tenants, well, they left in a hurry. You should be careful." That evening, Mark decided to explore the attic. The stairs creaked as he climbed up, and the air felt thick, suffocating. As he opened the attic door, the whispers grew louder. But it wasn't just whispers anymore. There were voices, chanting in unison. Suddenly, the room seemed to grow darker. Shadows twisted and formed into figures, transparent but terrifying. Mark froze in place as the figures reached out toward him. A voice, deep and malevolent, whispered his name. "Mark." He ran out of the attic, but the house seemed to shift and twist around him, as if it was alive. The walls closed in, and the shadows followed him, whispering louder and louder. Panicking, Mark tried to escape, but every door he opened led him back to the same dark hallway. Finally, he bolted out of the front door and never looked back. He never saw Mr. Collins again, and when he tried to contact the landlord, the number was disconnected. The house was never rented out again, and over time, it slowly decayed, abandoned by anyone who dared to step inside. But sometimes, late at night, people passing by the old house swear they can hear whispers on the wind, calling for someone to come in.